that not the cutest thing ever? All right, good morning. I have some allergies today. It's Monday, September 9th, and I was just, we ordered our shipped groceries last night and got just a few things, not a whole lot this time. I got some salad, those mango smoothies, these are so yummy, but they have a lot of carbs, and then some ingredients to make like a goat cheese salad. So since I did not meal plan last week, you can tell by when I step on the scale, it is not great. So I've made this delicious salad for today at work. Goat cheese, and I put these sliced almonds with cranberries. Those are so yummy. And a poppy seed dressing, and then I have this chicken, fake chicken, that I'm going to put, like, microwave and put on there when I get ready to eat lunch. But I think that looks really good. I like salad because I can just put the dressing right on there and not have to worry about it getting soggy or anything. I don't think that'll happen, especially since it'll be in the fridge. All right, and then I bought some more of these because they're delicious. And you can just microwave them at work. I love it. It's so convenient. Oh man, my nose is just really runny. All right, so I'm gonna make some coffee, and then I gotta go to work. Yeah. Welcome to another week. The neighbors have some leaves on their ground. It looks kind of fall-y. It's Wednesday, September 11th, and I didn't film much of anything yesterday. This week has just been wild. Oh man, I'm just having a struggle today. I'm struggling. My face is itchy and my nose is itchy. And yeah, so, and it's 8:30. I really need to get going. Why do I need to get going at 8:30? Because my shift changed this week. For the last 2 years, I have at this job. I've been at this job for 2 years, and I've worked the late shift. So 2017, the late shift was 11 to 8, and I had an hour lunch break to go home and let the dogs out. And just on Tuesday, so July, the beginning of July of this year, they changed it to 7 o'clock, so it was 10 to 7, and that change really screwed me up because I was used to having all this time in the morning to like mow the lawn, clean, hang out with the babies, just do whatever. And that hour just made such a huge difference. I was like late every day, which isn't that unusual for me, but Anyway, so on Monday, I went in and we have these 2 new people. I told you last week I was training someone. We have 2 new people in my department, and everyone else who could help train them has left the company or within the company. So it's just me and my manager, and he does not have time to train people because his job just requires all of his attention all the time. So his boss, manager, whatever, came over and was like, hey, are you gonna change Mary's shift to match the people that we're training? And he was like, yeah. So unfortunately he has to work until 7 now because someone has to be there to answer the phone, and the 2 other people who work in order entry can't answer the change order phone, which is my department within order entry. So that stinks for him, but I'm super excited because I have not gotten to come home at the same time that Nick gets home in a long time. I mean, 2 years. 2 years we've been on opposite schedules basically. He goes in 8 to 5 and I went in 11 to 8 and then 10 to 7, which is still really late. And in the winter, it makes such a big difference to work until 8 o'clock at night. It's already been dark out for 3 hours. It's brutal. So I am overly excited to be able to work this earlier shift. And once they're trained, I can work 8 to 5 also. So right now I'm going in at 9. And I really, really do have to get going. So I'm going to stop rambling for now. Nothing exciting has really happened though this week, so this might be a short week vlog. A short, boring one. We'll see. Okay. So I'm going to get ready to go. These babies. I did get this cute thing though, look. It's a Pixar crock pot. Hello guys, so I just need to talk about this day/week. I'm gonna attempt to put a GIF representation of what this week has looked like on the screen for you. So if I'm able to do that, please enjoy. That is my week right now. Last week, well, 2 weeks ago, one person moved from our department to another division of my company. So she's not working in our department anymore, which is upsetting because she knows like everything. She came from several other departments, so she has lots of cross-training. Super helpful. So she was gone. Then last week we had one person left who was also changing to a new job. She left the company and she had tons of cross-training, so she was super helpful. And this week I'm left with 2 new people to train, so they can't really do anything that I need help with. And they need constant help and supervision and checking. So I'm basically the only person doing my job right now. So that means nothing is getting done because I have to constantly be watching what they're doing to make sure they're not, missing something, because my job is just so complicated. Hold on a second. Okay, so in any case, man, I found that I say in any case a lot. Watching these videos, I'm like, oh my god, I just said it again. Stop saying that. I don't know what else to say. Nothing? I don't know. Anyway. So, yeah. 2 new people that I have to basically babysit all day, so I can't actually do any of my work. And there's a couple other people who can technically do my work, but they can't do it right now because they're doing their work. So it's just a dumpster fire floating down a flooded street. That's all there is to it. And it is exhausting. It's exhausting. I can't do anything about it. It is what it is. Lord, so I'm just trying to make it through this day, and then I will try to make it through tomorrow, and so on. Because it's just bonkers. It's crazy. Anyway, I'm gonna charge some batteries. I really need to get this room together. Do you see this disaster? Oh my Lord. So I'm gonna charge these because I want to do another like standalone video maybe tonight, since I can get off a little earlier these days. Excuse me, baby Bowie. So I can come in here. Ugh. I need to put this together. It's another one of those shelf things, the 4 square shelves. And then up here, let me show you this. Ugh. One thing I really want to do, I think this is the cruise book. Yep, okay. One thing I really want to do is go through, I have 2 adventure books that I made, and they're just scrapbooks of trips, adventures that we've been on. So I really want to do a standalone video about the Disney cruise that we took. It was on Disney Dream, and it was amazing, and I really want to go again. But we'll see. But it might be fun to share what we did on that trip, and I can show you my scrapbook. Sorry. Need to charge some batteries. So I can show you my scrapbook, and I'll probably have Nick come and guest star and talk about his experience. And so yeah. I am so tired. This week is just really... So look. Thank you. It's another Grove collaborative haul. If you haven't seen my video, I just made a video. Well, I made it a long time ago. I just posted a video that I finally edited of my Grove collaborative review, basically. I'm doing a series about Instagram ads, like when you're scrolling through and you see something that looks like just like a post, but it's actually an ad for something. And then, so those are just things that I clicked on and bought, got the stuff, and now I'm doing like a review of the whole, like my experience, how much I enjoyed, or what kind of struggles I had, whatever. So that's that. I'll show you I'll link below or above if I can figure that out. Oh my God. This week, man. I will link my Grove collaborative review / haul / whatever that I posted this week. I'll link it to this video somewhere. If it pops up above, then it's above, and if not, then it's below in the description. Can you tell I'm just totally frazzled? I'm just, man, so over it. I'm so over everything right now. Okay. So, babies went potty. Everybody poopied. They need a treat now. Then I can go back to the chaos that is my job right now. Over it. Okay. I'll check in later. So also, it's September 11th, which I said this morning. But the flags are all at half staff, I assume, for in memory of what happened in 2001, the World Trade Center fiasco. And I'm curious to know, if you're not from the US, what was that like for you? Like, I know it was really scary for us. I live in Indiana. I was in Kentucky at the time when that happened, and it was scary. Like, we didn't know if they were just gonna be attacking everywhere, if it was just that 1, 2, 3 things. It was crazy. So I'm just curious how that whole thing like played out in other countries. If you're from another country, I'd love to know what that was like for you. If anything, like, we all went to church. I was raised Catholic, so we went to church and stuff. And anyway, I'm back at work, so comment below, tell me what you did on September 11th if you're not from the US. Silly. Ready? Little Princess Edith on her patio. This ugly, awful patio. Oh man. Hi guys, so it is Thursday, thank goodness. This week is something else. That's all I can say. I'm just over it, so I'm taking a little time. I came home later than I wanted to for lunch because I didn't realize that we had a meeting today at 1:30. So I left earlier today too. I left at 8 and got there. I left at 8 something and got to work at 8:35 or so. And that means the babies were by themselves. Sorry, it's so bright. I should have my sunglasses, but I don't. The babies were home by themselves without a potty break, which usually they're pretty good about. They don't like potty in the house or anything. I just feel bad. I don't want them to get a bladder infection or anything, and if they need to poop, I want them to have that opportunity, obviously. So I didn't get home until like 2:30. So that's what, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 6 hours. So that's just more than I wanted them to be. It's hot out there today. Try not to complain because it'll be cold soon enough. But look, I finished this yesterday. Finally got this made. I think I mostly have this organized, except for I need to open these boxes, recycle those. That is stuff I want to use for a video. Kind of got my video set up here. So I'm sitting here. Kind of have like a cute little thing. Hopefully that's right. Anyway. Oh man, I just want to stay home. Can I just stay home? I'm so over it. This week has been the worst. I got my Disney cruise book. I was thinking I could have these cute things from the cruise, and then just like, that's a different thing, but it was the same year, so. See, Disney cruise. Look how young. It's sad that was 2014, so 5 years ago. It's a little sneak peek for you. I'm gonna make that video soon. Oh, I just want to stay home. Having a week, y'all. Not in a good way. It's a bad week. Okay. So this was a good little lunch break. We got to play outside, huh? Is he a good boy? She's so sweet. She loves her brother. Alright. One of the happiest times is getting home and seeing my babies. And one of the saddest times is leaving them to go back to work. Well, you gotta find it, buddy. I tell you what, it is a nice feeling to get home at the same time Nick gets home. It's so awesome. And it's still light out. Like, obviously it's summer, so it's not really dark out by the time I get home if I get off at 8 and 7, but it gets dark. Oops. It gets dark out pretty quickly after that, so, and it's just gonna keep getting worse. It'll be dark at like 6 o'clock soon. Not soon, but soonish. So, I'm very excited to be home at a normal time. Even with having to get up earlier to be at work at like, I need to get to work at 8 so I can leave at 5:30 and take my hour lunch break to come home and see the babies. So, totally worth it. This is so nice. It's so nice. So I got just a really small Grove Collaborative order. It's mostly just Mrs. Meyer's with their new fall scented things. So, an apple cider candle. These are soy candles, so no bees were affected by these. Acorn spice flavor and spiced pumpkin. And I've already tried this one, the acorn spice, and it smells so good. And this apple cider hand soap is so good too. So that's just a really small one, but still fun, totally worth it. Look at these babies, what are you doing? Oh. Alright, so that was not the best sunset time lapse ever, probably. I really should do it from the front. I'll maybe try and do that tomorrow. Do a better one tomorrow, because summer just has such pretty sunsets. And it's Friday night. It's Friday night, and I don't think I've checked in at all today. This whole week, man. It's just been crazy with work and everything, so whatever. But Nick is at softball, and I'm home with the babies, and I lit this, our new Mrs. Meyer's soy candle. I thought this would be a lot bigger, and it's pretty tiny. Anyway, soy candle, acorn spice flavor, and it smells so good. I love it. We have 2 more to work on. That thing says that there's 25 hours of burn time, so maybe next week we can try the next flavor. It'll take us all the way up to the start of fall, which I'm so excited for. It was hot this week. It was not fall-y at all, but anyway, so the babies just had their dinner. Albert is waiting for me to give him his ball so he can play. Because that's the routine. Whew. I had to go pick up my car, so. So this part we can just put in the weekly vlog, but my car stopped working yesterday, basically. So last week it was making this sound with like, it sounded like rocks tumbling around in like a dryer or something. It sounded really bad. And I asked my dad about it, and he was like, just keep an eye on it, whatever. He wasn't sure what it was. And so then yesterday, as I was driving back So I was driving to home on my lunch break. My car just felt weird, and I was really low on gas. The light wasn't on, it was just getting low. And so I thought maybe I just need some gas. It's really hot out. I have my air on. My car's probably just working really hard to accelerate. And so I bought gas on my way back to work, and by that time it was not accelerating much at all. It was really struggling, and it felt really bad to keep pushing the accelerator. And you could hear the engine. It sounded like a muscle car basically, but my car was not moving fast at all. So today I called Honda to see if they could get it in today and then work on it maybe next week. I could borrow my mom's car. She's having surgery on Tuesday, so she's not going to use it. And they were like, we're booking right now out at the end of September, beginning of October. So I just called the Midas place that's right down the street. It's like 3 miles from here. And they were like, yeah, sure, bring it over. We can work on it today. So I did. And it was my catalytic converter again. This is like the second, maybe third time that my catalytic converter has needed replacing, which supposedly is not supposed to happen. It's supposedly those last forever, says this guy at the Midas. But in any case, it's fixed, and so I had to leave there for a minute. I'm filming my adventure book cruise thing, and I had to leave to go get my car, and Nick had to take me to get my car. So look for this video. I'll link it above if I'll link it above if I can figure that out. I will figure it out sometime. So, okay, cruise video. I need to finish this cruise video. So I really didn't film anything yesterday. We went to brunch at Rise, which is where we got that giant cinnamon bun the last 2 weeks ago. And then Nick had a bunch of stuff to do for his alliance. He plays Marvel Contest of Champions. And then I had to take my car in because it wasn't working, which I did tell you a little bit about yesterday while I was filming my cruise video. And after that, we had dinner. We ordered... We ordered Sam's Euros. I had some falafel and hummus. And then part of the reason I am so stinking tired right now is because we wanted to go see It Chapter 2 for like the last 2 weeks, and it just keeps not working out. So we went and saw it last night at 9:35 and didn't get home until after 1. So there's that, and then Edie woke up at 8:30 this morning. So that is not enough sleep for me. Anyway, that was pretty much our Saturday. That movie was not great. I thought the first one just made a lot more sense. And this one, they were just trying way too hard, I think. It's just so many random things. Anyway, that was my Saturday. So you saw I mowed the lawn this morning because we were going to have our friends Cass and Benji and Louie come over and play. But she was getting home from a trip. I'm not sure where she went, but her flight was delayed a few times. She's still not back, so that's okay. It motivated me to mow the lawn, which really needed to be done. It was a jungle back there, but since we were out there this whole time, or that whole time. We were probably out there for like an hour at least, and then I let the dogs come in. But like, just a little Eddie ear here, and a little Albert on my lap here, and we're just chilling, couch chilling. And Nick had 3 softball games today, and he spent some time with his cousin Eric, who's awesome, this morning. So while he was doing that, I mowed. Excuse me. I mowed the lawn, and then I redid my Disney cruise video because I was trying to put it together from what I filmed yesterday, and it was just all over the place. There was no like rhyme or reason or flow. I had no idea what I wanted to say, so it was looking really bad. So I just redid that, and I think it'll be a lot shorter, but I'm going to work on that here in a minute. I was trying to finish my week 6 vlog, which is the one you're watching right now, because my computer doesn't let me do more than like 1 video at a time. It doesn't have enough memory or something. It's super frustrating. I just want to have like 1 or 2 projects going at a time, and I can't. Anyway, so thank you so much for watching this week vlog. It was a rough one. I'm sorry for all the complaining. My job, I'm used to just going in and doing like my work and not interacting with other people that much. Like I do my thing and I go home, and that works really well for me. And this week I couldn't even do anything really, so it was just a learning curve. I'm hoping next week will be a little smoother and I can start doing some more work. By Friday, I was able to start doing more of what I needed to get done and just working it in there. So thank you so much for watching again this week. I really appreciate it. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. I would love to get to 1,000 subscribers. I'm maybe eventually will. It'll be awesome. People do it all the time, so I just have to stay positive. Okay. Thank you so much again, and I will see you next week. Look for that cruise video. I'm gonna work on it as soon as I'm done uploading this one, so I have more space on my computer. Okay.